All right, here we go again. Thank you so much for returning to Glasses Kingdom to another reaction video, or should I say, if it's your first time here, thank you so much. Welcome aboard. Put your notification bells on so you know when we go live, upload, or premiere. You'll be right in the VIP area because you were notified. I've been reacting to quite a number of musical videos, whether it be someone singing, someone playing a musical instrument of any sorts, and the requests has been coming in over and over and over and over again. Today we're going to divert a little bit. There is a touching story that I want to share with you today. I crashed into it while I was browsing today, and I just wanted to, say a little something about it and even bring it to your attention. Now, one of the things that most of us do these days is to have the evil one or the enemy or the devil, whichever you call it or him or her, you've always been reminded of what you don't have. You've always been reminded of your struggles. It's almost a case where it seems like these things stand in your face. You always remember them. But I want to encourage someone today that instead of being focused on what you don't have, focused on what is going wrong in your life and all the negativity, take the time out and focus on something positive, something that is going on, something that is right, something that you like. It will give your life a turn, a change, something to be thankful for. It brings about positivity in your life. If you start to change, you're very focused. I know it's easier said than done. We've been plagued for over a year right now with the pandemic. Of course, I remember last year, March, when it was like about mid-March, somewhere about this 15, 16, 17 thereabout, everyone couldn't wait for March to be over because most of us thought that pandemic would have been over by end of March, and everybody was waiting for April, and March became the longest month in the year. Couldn't finish. But however, pandemic continued and the world is frustrated. People complain about the mask wearing, people complain about vaccination, people complain about all kinds of things. In Jamaica, they are even cursing the government that he's responsible for, the things that is happening, because he called for the country to be locked down and people could not, go out after certain hours. But a lot of people who have been alive for the longest of time, this past year has been the worst time most of us have ever seen. Some of us use pandemic for the better, to be home with families and to be more productive and do a lot of things, but some people see it as a destruction, which it is. Yes, it is destructive, and it has caused a lot of mayhem. I want to say quickly before I bore you to death, some people that are still alive have seen worse than that. I think one of the worst time was, during the Cold War, during World War I and II. It was crazy to see for people to sit around and see their families dying in front of their eyes. You had to flee your homes and be seeking refuge for your life. You have to run away from your assets, your valuables, your home, your families, and watch some killed, as well as watch your hard labor go down. Those times were much harder than what a lot of people are struggling with right now or facing with right now. Also, in the days of slavery, when people used to watch their moms being raped and killed and all of those things, those were dangerous times, and those people have endured those hardships and lived to tell the tale. And most of us are complaining about light bill, water rate, rent for your house, you're worried about cable, telephone, and all these things. These are the things that some of us of these ages are worried about, and those are some of the least that should be our concern. I didn't plan to talk this long, but let's just dive into the video. I want to show you this man who they call him the man in the iron lung is what he's called. Let's dive into this video.
He's a perfect example.
The man behind me hasn't been able to breathe on his own since 1952. But that hasn't stopped him from living a great life. Keep watching. You'll see what I mean.
Hello.
That's forever.
My name is Paul Alexander, but they call me the man in the iron lung.
Paul spends almost every moment of his day in an iron lung, which is the only thing that's keeping him alive. That's because he's paralyzed from the neck down, so without it, he can't breathe. The machine helps him breathe by using negative pressure to take air into his lungs. This is the full story of Paul. It all started when Paul caught the polio virus when he was just 6 years old, during one of the worst polio outbreaks in history. A time which feels all too familiar with today's coronavirus pandemic. People were wearing masks, offices, schools, and most of the world was shut down. What did it feel like when you first got polio?
Well, I started feeling ill and plain. I ran inside to get Mom, and she turned and looked at me, and she said, "Oh my God, not my son." For the next 5 days, I lost everything. The ability to move. My legs would not hold me up, and then I couldn't breathe.
He was at home under the care of his mom and dad, and they realized he wasn't breathing. They rushed him to the hospital, and the emergency room physician examined him and pronounced him dead.
Sometime later, another doctor came through. He picked me up, according to my mother, and ran upstairs with me, performed a tracheotomy, and put me in the iron lung.
This would make anyone feel like giving up. But just wait, you'll see that that isn't the case.
I didn't want to die, so I continued to fight.
So Paul did everything he could to get better. He fought against polio every day. It was hard, painful, and tiring.
But I never gave up, and I'm not going to.
18 months later, he left the hospital and came to his residence in Dallas, Texas, but his life was never going to be the same. He couldn't play sports, he couldn't go to church, and he couldn't hang out with his friends.
People didn't like me very much back then. I felt like they were uncomfortable around me.
What did you do all day?
Well, the same thing everybody else does. I woke up, brushed my teeth, washed my face, shaved, had some breakfast. Well, I just needed a little bit of help, too.
Then what would you do all day?
Well, I would read or study something, paint a picture or do some drawing. I hated just watching TV.
Paul worked hard to graduate with honors from high school, but
I did not get into college. They said that I was too crippled and did not have the vaccination.
he didn't accept that.
2 years of tormenting them to death. They accepted me on 2 conditions. One,
Wow. Now, I want to say, for those of us that are crying, it's not the first time. Now we're seeing, well, we've heard a lot of stories about yellow fever and all the different, Ebola and all of the man-made disease, plus those that were naturally around that destroyed the world. So the world was in a shutdown stage or state years ago. And lots of people suffered from it. I guess this gentleman is a survivor. Paul is a survivor. He was hit by the polio virus, and got damaged, paralyzed from neck down, as you see in the video here. But no need for me to go over and tell you what you just watched. Yeah, I'm sure you all watched it and see what happened. For those who want to have the interrupted version where I am not in there talking, the link is provided in the description. Please go check out this person and also subscribe to them if you like them. And let's go back into this video.
did I take the polio vaccine? The 2 men of fraternity would be responsible for it. finally something good happened. I wanted to be a lawyer for a long time.
After years of hard work, Paul passed the bar and became a lawyer.
And I was a pretty damn good one too.
But he didn't stop there. With the help of a pen attached to a stick, Paul wrote his own biography entirely with his mouth. So why write a book?
To inspire thousands of people, just like you. No matter where you're from, or what your past is, or the challenges that you could be facing. You can truly do anything. You just got to set your mind to it and work hard.
Paul, what's your dream?
Do not let polio defeat me, but to defeat polio. Therefore, I wanted to accomplish the things I was told I couldn't accomplish, and to achieve the dreams I dreamed.
Paul may have an iron lung, but he has a golden soul and a diamond heart.
My story is an example of why your past, or even disability, does not have to define your future.
Incredible. Incredible, inspiring, and motivating. Paul is trying to not have polio overcome his life, but rather to overcome polio by living his dreams and keep aspiring to his goal. He is now a lawyer in his state or his condition, while some of us are complaining for simple things that we don't have. Oh, I don't have a car, I can't make it to work. I don't have a house, I can't. I don't have money, I can't. I don't have this, I can't. I don't have a father, I can't. I don't have a mother, I can't. I don't have a girlfriend, I can't. People are complaining of so many things that they don't have. But Paul is saying, if you put your mind to it, you can conquer. You can achieve your dreams. You can achieve whatever you put your mind to. Just go get it. So stop complaining about what you don't have. Stop complaining about the terrible things that is happening around you, the misfortunes, the life that you have always wanted that didn't fall from the sky. It's time to now rise up and go get it. It's achievable. If in his condition he can be achieving so much, what about you who is healthy as hell and be up complaining? So some of us destroy ourselves by complaining too much. So it's time to review your life. It's time to analyze, your surroundings and your situations, and wake up and live. Go get it. Whatever you've always wanted, go get that life legally. You don't have to kill somebody. You don't have to hate somebody. You don't have to stop somebody from progressing in life to achieve the life you've always wanted. So get up, go live. Thank you so much for watching another video with us today, and we look forward to more. If you want to see anything else of your choice, preferably music, leave it in the comment section, and I will certainly take a look at it. Until the next video, until your request, I am yours truly, TR, my Rex. Peace.